This is Reg.
Hey, I'm Reg.
Reg can be a little difficult to be around.
What? Please. Name 6 times.
Because when you casually share an opinion with Reg gets angry.
Give me a break. You have no idea what you're talking about.
So when you're renting a car for your road trip and you ask for a standard, he says,
Are you kidding me? You know, it's people like you that keep humanity from getting anywhere. Get with the times, man. Get the automatic. It'll do the work for you. Oh, I see. Oh, or is it because it costs less? You cheap, pathetic imbecile. Live a little, you fossil.
There are Regs on both sides of any conversation, especially when it comes to politics. But the truth is, we're really not that different from each other. Be kind, hear each other out, and try not to be too much of a Reg. Our community will be better for it. This message is brought to you by this radio station and the spirit of local businesses.
Buster, is that you? You're moving like a pup on espresso. What gives?
Thanks. Just keeping up with my routine. Some light jogs, a few unauthorized trash inspections, and started taking Arthrodex.
Arthrodex? Is that one of those new chew toys with Bluetooth?
Nah, it's a supplement from Longevity. It's loaded with vitamins, minerals, amino acids, even stuff to keep my joints moving like they used to.
So, it's like a multivitamin, but it actually tastes good?
Exactly. My coat's shinier, I'm springier than ever, and the stairs don't mock me anymore.
Man, I've been getting winded halfway through Squirrel Patrol.
Tell your human to go to themineralway.com. That's where mine gets it. Easy peasy.
Done. I'm one biscuit away from entering the Zoomy Olympics.
Give your pets the nutritional support they deserve with Arthrodex from Longevity, because staying active, happy, and healthy never goes out of style. Available now at themineralway.com.
You are listening to The Mineral Way, and we are live, as we are every Monday afternoon, 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you want to talk with us, speak with pharmacist Ben Fuchs, 831-479-1080 is the phone number. You can also send a text to 831-218-5726, or you can email at The Mineral Way. I think it's questions at The Mineral Way. I'll have to look into that. Pharmacist Ben Fuchs joining us all the way from Boulder, Colorado. Are you there, Pharmacist
What is
Ben
up,
Fuchs?
Dave? What do you mean a new clock? What the heck is that?
A new clock, a show clock. Well, for people who don't know, Ben, this is a schedule that you and I look at, and it says when we're going to take these commercials. So, for instance, at 14 minutes after, we will be taking a 2-minute network break.
We absolutely have to.
We have to do this, Ben. It's the law.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's one of the new laws.
I don't do well with have-tos.
Well...
All right, I'll participate. Okay. I'll play along.
All right. So, Pharmacist Ben Fuchs joining us today. We have phone calls and text messages already, Ben. But what's on your mind? What? Since
well,
a lot of
things. First of all, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
I didn't get to say
Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that kind of good stuff to you. Did you overeat?
Probably, Ben.
Did you gain weight?
I hope not, Ben. I don't know.
Do you need the new Longevity GLP-1s or
I've never heard
GLP-1
of this.
enhancers?
I never heard of this. Is this some
Come
kind of
on.
male enhancing thing?
No, you know what GLP-1 is, right?
No, I don't, Ben.
You know about that new class of drugs that are everybody's all freaked out about? People are losing weight, movie stars and housewives.
No.
Yeah, you haven't heard of the GLP-1?
No.
The GLP-1 is a hormone system in the body, and there's drugs that mimic it. This hormone system, technically GLP-1 is glucagon-like peptide, technically.
Okay.
Ozempic, you've heard of Ozempic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Ozempic is one of those drugs.
Okay.
These GLP-1s they're causing some really, really dramatic weight loss, but at a cost. Oh. The cost is Ozempic butt.
Ozempic butt?
Yes, and Ozempic face. Turns out when you lose a lot of weight really fast, it has a negative effect on your connective tissue, which starts to sag. Your skin starts to sag due to the connective tissue deterioration. So, which is why Longevity came out with their natural GLP-1 agonists that you can either use to support weight loss with your GLP-1, so you don't have to use as much GLP-1, or you can just use your longevity GLP-1 support supplements. And I think if you folks who are feeling like they eat too much, overate during the holiday season, that might be something that you want to think about.
Wow, Ben.
Yeah, it's called Longevity GLP-1 Support System.
So this is one of the things that they can find at the Mineral Way, yes?
Absolutely. It's got fiber and bitter melon and Gymnea celestia and one of my favorite amino acids, arginine, all of which help improve the satiety-inducing effect, the satisfaction-inducing effects of Ozempic or the GLP-1 drugs, balance blood sugar. And really, everybody can benefit. Even if you're not trying to lose weight, everybody can benefit from this Longevity GLP-1 support system. And that's one of the cool things about Longevity. They're always coming up with these really, really creative new products. And Jeev and Steve Wallach and all the formulators, Richard Renton, all the formulators are always looking for new ways that they can support nutrition and nutritional supplementation in distributors and folks in general with new products. And this is this YGY Activate. They call it Activate, Elevate, and Regulate. In the GLP-1 support system is a perfect example.
Wow, Ben, I'm going to have to look it up. I haven't been to the Longevity website.
Yeah, no, we're usually talking about just a few products. That's why we only talk about the basics. But this one, I'm impressed with the 30-day GLP-1 support system for weight loss. Perfect for folks who are doing a New Year's resolution. I don't do New Year's resolutions, but for folks who do.
Okay, so for my show notes, Ozempic Butt is one of the things that we talked about today.
Ozempic Face and Ozempic Butt.
And the Ozempic Face.
Yes. It turns out that when you artificially, using drugs that is, suppress your appetite, you also suppress anabolism, meaning building.
Okay.
Anabolism, the building process requires the same kind of hormones that are involved with eating behavior, as you'd expect, because if you're in an anabolic mode, a building mode, you're going to want to eat more food. So by shutting down the appetite, as it turns out, you also shut down anabolism of connective tissue, and that leads to the kind of wrinkly Ozempic face, or even more distressing, Ozempic butt.
Oh, man, you don't want any of that, Ben.
No, you don't want any of that.
Jeez.
No. You don't even want to see Ozempic butt. It's bad enough as you get older, even if you don't have Ozempic butt.
Well, that brings up a good point.
I went to I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dave. I went to a Christmas party, and I hadn't been to a Christmas party in a long time, and I went to it a couple weeks ago, and all my friends who I hadn't seen for many years, they're now like my age, they're in their 60s, and the topic of conversation has changed. Now everybody wants to talk about their knee replacements and their hip replacements, and their arthritis and the medications they're on. So I got to talk about longevity. And then, people still don't know. People still don't know about how powerful nutritional supplementation can be as we get older. You've been one of those persons, for folks listening, if you're one of those folks who just kind of poo-poo nutritional supplementation and now you're getting older, I'm telling you, you can age much more gracefully by getting on a basic nutritional supplement program like the Healthy Start Pack, or even just the Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
Gluco Gel is also very important, as well as EFAs, right?
I know you love the Gluco Gel.
I do. I'm a big fan of Gluco.
In fact, the Gluco Gel is your remedy for Ozempic face and Ozempic butt.
That's what I was thinking as you were saying that. I was thinking that sounds like a job for Gluco Gel.
That's exactly right. One of the coolest things, one of the things I love about nutritional supplementation is the multifunctionality of supplements, right? So what do you think of when you hear the Gluco Gel Caps? What do you think of?
I think of glucosamine and capsules.
Well, I mean, in terms of what kind of health challenge would you use it for?
I think cartilage problems,
right?
Joint
pain.
Problems,
arthritis, joint pain, cartilage, that kind of thing. But guess what? The Gluco Gel Caps are one of the best anti-skin aging supplements you could take for wrinkles, to prevent wrinkles or even reverse them.
Wow.
I like that. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Not only that, but post-surgery, the Gluco Gel Caps will accelerate healing and improve the prognosis of surgery. And that's if you take them after surgery, but you'll even get better results if you start before surgery. So yeah, they're great for arthritis and joint pain, but they'll also help you with skin aging. They'll also help you with pre- and post-surgical healing and the prognosis of your surgical procedure. But there's more.
All right, Ben,
we'll have music?
Well, yeah, we have music. That means we have 20 seconds.
Yes,
we have a clock, Ben. We'll be back in 2 minutes, you guys. Keep it tuned in. This is The Mineral Way, live every Monday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time. Answering your phone calls, text messages, and emails. We'll be right back.
Want better health and a better income? At themineralway.com, you can start your own home-based business. No inventory, no pressure, just powerful health products, real support, and a business you can run from your computer, smartphone, or landline. When you enroll, you'll get your own personal website, access to exclusive training materials, and private video calls with health expert Ben Fuchs. This is a real business with real benefits, including the ability to take advantage of tax deductions available to business owners. Whether you're looking for part-time income or a whole new direction, this is your chance to feel better and earn smarter. Visit themineralway.com or call 831-218-5726. That's themineralway.com or 831-218-5726. Your health, your business. The Mineral Way to a better life.
Buster, is that you? You're moving like a pup on espresso. What gives?
Thanks. Just keeping up with my routine, some light jogs, a few unauthorized trash inspections, and started taking Arthrodex.
Arthrodex? Is that one of those new chew toys with Bluetooth?
Nah, it's a supplement from Longevity. It's loaded with vitamins, minerals, amino acids, even stuff to keep my joints moving like they used to.
So, it's like a multivitamin, but it actually tastes good?
Exactly. My coat's shinier, I'm springier than ever, and the stairs don't mock me anymore.
Man, I've been getting winded halfway through Squirrel Patrol.
Tell your human to go to themineralway.com. That's where mine gets it. Easy peasy.
Done. I'm one biscuit away from entering the Zoomy Olympics.
Give your pets the nutritional support they deserve with Arthrodex from Longevity, because staying active, happy, and healthy never goes out of style. Available now at themineralway.com.
479-1080-831, the area code 218-5726, KSEODave@gmail.com. Any of those ways you can get your questions into Pharmacist Ben Fuchs. Before we get to the next commercial break here, Ben, we're going to run out of time if we don't start getting to these phone calls.
6 minutes.
6 minutes, that's not much.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I like this clock thing.
Yeah, we might have to get rid of it, Ben. We'll just throw it away. What the heck?
Yeah, but we want to be on other radio stations.
Oh, well, then we'll use it.
Yeah, we got to do that.
All right, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's see what...
I was going to tell you about some more stuff about these Gluco Gel Caps.
Okay, all right.
Okay? Because I love multifunctionality. To me, that exemplifies the reason why nutritional supplementation is such a superior therapeutic modality than drugs.
Okay.
You can't take a drug and get multiple benefits. You can't even take a drug and get one benefit. You hide the symptoms maybe, but you don't really get benefits from drugs. But with nutrition, you get multiple benefits. So you take your Gluco Gel Caps for arthritis, you get less wrinkles. Not only that, but if you're in surgery or if you're contemplating surgery, you'll get faster healing and you'll get a better prognosis from your surgical procedure. And that includes even facial surgeries. You know, I'm in the skin business, so people who do laser surgeries or laser procedures, they're not really surgeries, but laser procedures or chemical peels. Gluco Gel Caps will accelerate the healing from your chemical peels or your laser procedure, and you'll get better results. Not only will it accelerate healing, but you'll get better results. But there's more. Gluco Gel Caps actually have a blood thinning effect. So you'll actually fluidize the blood. And we know that dirty blood, what I call dirty blood or hypercoagulable blood, is one of the causes of long-term chronic diseases as well as cardiovascular health issues and high blood pressure. Gluco Gel Caps will help fluidize the blood so you get more oxygen and more nutrition to your tissues, and it'll help reduce hypertension, high blood pressure. But there's more. Gluco Gel Caps also can help strengthen the intestinal lining if you're dealing with leaky gut issues. But there's more. Gluco Gel Caps can also help strengthen the blood vessels. So cholesterol doesn't have to get pumped into the arteries to patch up the arteries. So you can end up having an anti-blockage effect by using Gluco Gel Caps. And the whole thing comes in a non-toxic, inexpensive dosing modality. Cost you pennies a day or maybe dimes a day. Isn't that amazing?
It
no
is.
Toxicity. You can buy it. You don't have to interact with the medical model to get it. It's relatively cheap, and you get all these wonderful multifunctional benefits.
I love it, Ben. I love it.
So the next time you recommend Gluco Gel Caps for somebody with arthritis, make sure you tell them they'll have less wrinkles, they'll have stronger blood vessels, a stronger intestinal lining, and better circulation as well.
Wow, Ben. All that for, whatever they charge.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, well, at the moment, I think the Gluco Gel is like $45, but you get 240 capsules. I mean, it is such a great
cheap.
deal, and
That's
it's so
cheap.
effective. I love recommending that stuff. Ben, we better get to a phone call, though, before we run out of time.
Okay.
Let's see what Craig in Campbell has to say. He wants to talk about painkillers.
Okay. Hey, Craig.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. Hi, Dave, pharmacist Benjamin. You talked about painkillers, and you're one of the few guys who even brings up that subject in the alternative medicine field, and you're all for that.
Heck yeah.
I like hearing that because, pain,
yes.
we've all felt that pain.
Yes.
And I just want to know what you like, what are some of the good, the thing about
what are some of the good ones?
Well, yeah, thing about the painkillers, you can't get the real strong stuff unless it's by prescription, right? But what can you have on hand? What do you like? And then for toothaches, what is the best? Best for like something like.
Let me give you a bunch of ideas here. First of all, yes, I think everybody should have pain pills, oxycodone in their medicine cabinet. Everybody, Percocet or Percodan or Vicodin. The problem with pain pills is people use pain pills not for physical pain, but for existential pain, the pain of life, the pain of being alive. You know what I'm saying? It's not really pain, but the suffering. They numbs out their problems. And that's really where it's a misuse of pain pills. That's really where you run into a problem. It's not the pain pills, it's the abuse of pain pills. And because of the way they work, they're very, very addicting. And so that's really where they get the bad rap. But just strictly from a therapeutic standpoint, they're incredibly valuable. As anybody who's been in severe pain and taken a pain pill knows. And I have been in that kind of condition, and I praise God for pain pills. When I had severe pain, I had a bad leg injury, and I was very thrilled that I had oxycodone and even stronger pain pills. So everybody should have pain pills in their medicine cabinet because you never know when you're going to need them. That being said, you want to make sure you're using them very carefully and responsibly. And carefully and responsibly means if you have severe pain. For dental pain, for back pain, for the pain of surgical procedures or any kind of trauma or injury, they're amazing. Now, there are alternatives, and there are some wonderful nutritional alternatives, but they're not going to be they're not going to have that same kind of intensity or powerful effect as a codeine pill or oxycodone or an opiate derivative will have. However, that being said, you may not need an opiate derivative. Aspirin's great. Aspirin is a wonderful pain pill, if you will. Has wonderful analgesic properties. Even Tylenol has analgesic properties. Even Motrin and Naproxen have analgesic properties for dental pain, for back pain, for any kind of pain. They're not going to be as powerful, obviously, as opiates, but they're still going to be somewhat effective depending on how severe your pain needs are.
Hold on.
There's other ones too. Yeah, we got to get to the break.
We got to get to a break. Thank you for the call,
clock.
Craig. Because of the clock. We'll be right back. Looking for a better way to take charge of your health and maybe even your income? Then listen up, because themineralway.com is your one-stop destination for world-class longevity products and a powerful business opportunity. At themineralway.com, you can order the same high-quality supplements featured on the Mineral Way podcast, trusted by thousands and shipped to customers across the U.S. and other countries around the world. And these aren't just any products. They're designed to support energy, clarity, mobility, all the things that help you live better, feel better, and stay active no matter your age. But here's where it gets really exciting. You can also become a distributor. When you enroll through themineralway.com, your sponsors, also known as your upline, are none other than pharmacist Ben Fuchs and me, Dave Michaels. That means you're not on your own. You'll get expert training, a full library of support materials, and your very own professional website all ready to go. You can run your entire business from your home computer, smartphone, or landline. No employees, no building to rent, no overhead, just you helping others, building a business, and creating a future. And if you're the kind of person who listens to the show, you already get it. You care about your health, you care about people. That makes you the perfect candidate to start your own business. Imagine setting your own hours, working with a team that wants to see you succeed, and waking up each day knowing that you're making a difference for yourself and for others. Plus, you can go at your own pace. Whether you want to earn a little extra on the side or go full time, you're in control. No pressure, just real support and real opportunity. And here's the kicker. It's your business. You can pass it on to a family member or even sell it down the road. So whether you're looking to improve your health, build something meaningful, or add new income stream, it's all waiting for you. There is a better way, themineralway.com. That's themineralway.com. Check it out today. Okay, we are back answering your questions, text messages, emails, whatever it is, we will answer them. Pharmacist Ben Fuchs joining us here live at 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific time every Monday afternoon. We're ready for your phone calls or text messages like this one here, Ben.
Well, wait, I got more about pain, no?
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Pain. So I'll just say real quick.
All right.
Fats. You want to use fatty supplements for pain, particularly we talked about glucosamine. That's not really a fatty supplement, but essential fatty acids, omega-3s in particular, help reduce inflammation that's associated with pain. And then Youngevity's got a really cool product that we don't talk about anywhere near enough called
What is it?
acetylmyristoliate, CM cream and CM capsules.
Oh, yeah.
And those also work with the fatty system. The fatty system in the body controls pain. And so opiates and pain pills, what they call pain pills, like Percocet and Percodan and that kind of thing, those work by modifying the prostaglandin system. Actually, those don't work by the prostaglandin system, but working with the prostaglandin system is one of the ways that you can work with pain. That's how aspirin works. That's how these non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs work. And essential fatty acids can work in a very similar fashion. And acetylmyristoliate, which is a fatty material or fatty substance, can also work in this kind of fashion. And people use the CM cream and CM capsules together. You can use one or the other, but when you use them together, you get multiple benefits for arthritis pain and for joint pain and for post-surgical pain. And then one more, if I can add, and I didn't mean to imply, by the way, that the opiates work with the prostaglandin system. Those work with the brain at the level of the brain. That's why they zonk people out, and that's why people kind of like them sometimes. But there's another really interesting anti-pain or analgesic material that you don't think about as being for pain relief, and that's enzymes. Bromelain, the ultimate enzymes taken on an empty stomach, can be very helpful for dealing with dental pain, back pain, or any kind of inflammatory pain. And speaking of multifunctionality, the ultimate enzymes are also great blood fluidizers and blood thinners for people who have problems with hypercoagulable blood or are worried about strokes. So again, you've got multiple benefits with nutritional supplementation. If you want pain relief, you don't have to necessarily go for the Percocet or Percodan, although in my humble opinion, it's a good idea to keep them in your medicine cabinet. Using bromelain and essential fatty acids and the CM cream and CM capsules, even magnesium and the aforementioned glucosamine can help with pain, and even the B vitamins, which you'll get in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in abundance, can help repair nerve damage and reduce numbness, not exactly pain, but may have some analgesic properties themselves.
I like it, Ben. 831-479-1080, 218-5726, KSEODave@gmail.com. I have here, Ben, a text that says Ozempic also harms your heart. Is that true?
Ozempic harms the heart. Well, you know, the heart is sitting on a skeleton of connective tissue, and the connective tissue, the cardiac connective tissue, plays a role in how energy or how electrical waves propagate through the heart. So I can see that happening. I don't know of any specific literature that talks about Ozempic in the heart, but anytime you're messing around with the anabolic system in the body, you can have some problems. Now, Ozempic does help stabilize blood sugar, so may have, you know, some benefits for the heart, but really there's no way. I can't find myself recommending prescription drugs for long-term chronic illnesses, although Ozempic can, in the short term, if you have diabetes or dysglycemia and heart disease, it may have a beneficial effect on reducing heart attacks or strokes.
831-479-1080. Again, if you want to join the team, you want to join pharmacist Ben Fuchs and I, be sure to check out themineralway.com, Ben.
How many people are on this going to the website?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked recently, but it's a couple thousand at least.
Couple thousand?
A couple thousand downloads.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's nothing to sneeze at, Ben.
I like that.
We're helping people, Ben. That's what we do here.
That's what it's all about.
And we help people to help
difference.
others as well.
We help people help other people.
Yeah. I just said that, Ben.
Oh, do we have another break?
We have another break.
I'm not crazy about this clock.
Okay, we'll throw it away.
We'll have to discuss that.
The Mineral Way. We'll be right back.
KSCO AM 1080, the station for intelligent people only. Stupid people must tune to another station immediately.
Tired of supplements that don't seem to do anything? Meet Beyond Tangy Tangerine, BTT, the one that actually delivers. Each scoop gives you 87 of the 90 essential nutrients your body needs. You'll feel it almost right away. That vitamin B kick boosts your energy and your mood. Now here's what makes it different. BTT is built on plant-derived colloidal minerals. Most products stop at vitamins. BTT focuses on minerals your body can actually absorb. You'll feel it inside and out. Each canister is a full month's supply. Just mix it with water or in your smoothie. It tastes great and blends easy. Choose the original, the 2.0, or the new 2.5 tropical fruit. Extra vitamin B, extra punch, and that clean, tangy flavor you'll look forward to. Start feeling like $1,000,000 with Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Go to themineralway.com to order. That's themineralway.com. Safe, easy, and legit. Don't go anywhere else. Themineralway.com.
Hopefully today, Billy, we can pass along some counter-terrorist driver training tips. I thought maybe we could teach people how to do the pit maneuver so you can send the vehicle in front of you out of control.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. How to use your vehicle as a weapon.
As a weapon?
High-speed reverse driving. Pinned vehicle escape. Also some low light and night vision operations. Attack recognition and avoidance and vehicle commandeering. We could talk about all of those here on Flight 1080. If things get really slow, I thought maybe we could teach people how to do a correct 180-degree slide through the intersection. Also sliding 90s and reverse 180s.
Let's do that. We're going to discuss some of these, and by no means should you ever attempt them.
Yeah, don't ever do what we tell you. What are you, an idiot? Well, certainly don't try it in your own car. Grab your grandmother's car. It's probably still in pretty good shape because she doesn't drive it very hard, right?
Flight 1080, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. right here on AM 1080 KSCO.
You know what, Ben? I hate this clock too, dude. Take that, stupid clock.
I hate those clocks.
Listen to this.
Live your life. You live your life like ruled by the clock.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
Oh, exactly. Clock schmuck.
Jeez. Well, there goes that show, Ben. Now what are we going to do?
Well, let me tell you something.
Okay.
The Who, you know the Who?
Yeah.
Not the band.
Yeah.
The Who, the World Health Organization, predicts colorectal cancer rates will soar by 63% in 2040.
Oh, no.
You know, there's no cancer that's good, obviously.
Right.
But you don't want anything to go wrong with your colon. Oh, my God. That's horrible. And it's rising, especially among young adults. You know, colorectal cancer is something that happens as you age. And the vast majority of colorectal cancer cases occur in folks over the age of 50. But now, troublingly, the National Cancer Institute is saying that colorectal cancer is rising rapidly among young adults. You know why?
Why?
Hot dogs,
No.
ramen noodles.
Really?
Frozen meals, packaged. Yes, ultra-processed foods. Foods that are manufactured using industrial processing and made up of substances that are not in your kitchen. You know, hydrogenated oils and high fructose corn syrup and flavors and colors and preservatives. Multiple ingredients, mostly sugar or derivatives of sugar, salt and fats, and terrible foods. Chips, crackers, cookies, sodas, energy drinks, fruit punches, and hot dogs. Sausage is the worst. And you know what else is really bad?
What?
For the life of me, I cannot figure out how this food got normalized, but it did.
Liver.
Bacon.
Oh.
Bacon. What a horrible food.
Dang.
But it's everywhere. There's bacon ice cream. Have you heard of bacon ice cream?
I have,
Who the
yeah.
heck would... What? Bacon ice cream? Are you serious?
Well.
Bacon candy. The point being is that there's no possible way you can ingest most of your calories, and the standard American diet is about 60 to 80% ultra-processed food, and not expect to have digestive health issues, including colorectal cancer. And that's where the Nightly Essence comes in. And that's where the Fucoid Z comes in. And that's where the Ultimate Microbiome comes in, the Ultimate Enzymes. And I'm telling you, Longevity... Longevity's got a lot of great products, obviously, but the digestive health products are stellar for anybody who's dealing with bloating or gas or discomfort or wants to prevent colorectal cancer, God forbid, or who has ulcerative colitis or irritable bowel syndrome. 80% of Americans have some kind of digestive health issue, even if it's something as benign or as mild as occasional heartburn. That's almost everybody. It's craziness. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that our food supply is completely turned over in the last 150 years. If we put human evolution on a 24-hour clock, basically at a half a second to midnight, we changed our entire food supply. So, of course, there's going to be issues. So the best thing you can do is eat as little as possible and eat as unrefined as possible. The only refining that is possibly beneficial is cooking slightly. Because, sometimes when you cook foods, you release some of the nutrients. You make them easier for the body to process. But other than that, fish nuggets, there's a chain out now. I don't know if you saw this chain. I'm trying to think of the name. Raising Cane's, they call it.
Oh, yeah.
It's all these crazy chicken nugget things. It's not even chicken. It's some kind of chicken nugget food concoction. And it's actually a franchise, and they're doing really well because we can't get enough fried, crunchy food. Do you know why human beings like crunchy food?
Why, Ben?
Do you ever wonder about that? Like, we're obsessed with crunch.
Yeah.
Crunch signals to the brain freshness. And originally, crunch meant a fresh vegetable, like a celery. But when food processors got a hold of crunch, they made everything crunchy. Chips and crackers and cereals and pastries and frozen waffles, everything's and fried chicken and all kinds of fried foods. It's the crunch. Do you know that food processors will actually imitate the crunch sound in the packaging, so when you open the package, it sounds like a crunch?
I believe it, Ben. Hey, Ben, you know what? Let's stick to the clock just this hour, and then we'll throw it away after this show.
Okay.
But let's try it out. We got 20 seconds. You're listening to The Mineral Way. Pharmacist Ben Fuchs and I answer your questions. We will be back in 2 minutes.
Everyone has an opinion, whether it's about your favorite sports team or your new favorite restaurant or your thoughts on things in the news, current events, or that show that everyone seems to be watching. We all have different opinions. And that's great. Wouldn't life be boring if we all thought the same? And when it comes to sharing opinions, social media makes it easy, but it also makes it hard to hold back. All too often, we read something that triggers a response in us, and before you know it, we're adding our 2 cents, and then some. Sometimes in all caps. Whoa, slow the heck down. Do we really want to pick fights online with strangers? When you read or see something on social media that makes you mad, take a deep breath and keep scrolling. The moment will pass. Your anger is for a second, but your online comment is forever. This message is brought to you by Live Oak Broadcasting, KSCO, and your local business community.
Buster, is that you? You're moving like a pup on espresso. What gives?
Thanks. Just keeping up with my routine, some light jogs, a few unauthorized trash inspections, and started taking Arthrodex.
Arthrodex? Is that one of those new chew toys with Bluetooth?
Nah, it's a supplement from Longevity. It's loaded with vitamins, minerals, amino acids, even stuff to keep my joints moving like they used to.
So, it's like a multivitamin, but it actually tastes good?
Exactly. perfectly. My coat's shinier, I'm springier than ever, and the stairs don't mock me anymore.
Man, I've been getting winded halfway through Squirrel Patrol.
Tell your human to go to themineralway.com. That's where mine gets it. Easy peasy.
Done. I'm one biscuit away from entering the Zoomy Olympics.
Give your pets the nutritional support they deserve with Arthrodex from Longevity, because staying active, happy, and healthy never goes out of style. Available now at themineralway.com.
831-479-1080, 218-5726, kscodave@gmail.com. That's how you get a hold of us. Pharmacist Ben Fuchs joining us. Ben, did I tell you that I saw a woolly mammoth the other day?
No, you did not.
Well,
in the museum.
I would like to tell. No, out on the trail. I would like to tell you more, but we got phone calls.
No, come on. Don't leave me hanging.
You don't really want to hear about my woolly mammoth tale, do you?
Was it really a woolly mammoth? Come on.
Well, I didn't actually go and kill it or take any.
What makes you think it was a woolly mammoth? Why would you even say that?
Because it looked like a woolly mammoth.
You sure it wasn't just some overweight person?
No, Ben.
No.
I'll tell you about it. I'll send you an email and maybe send you some pictures.
A woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Do you know who Mitch Hedberg is?
Yes.
You ever hear his joke about Bigfoot? He says, I think the problem is Bigfoot really is blurry.
Well, that could be I'll tell you about it later, Ben. But let's get to some business. Let's answer some questions, Ben. All right. This is JT. He has a question about dermatitis. You're in the air.
Okay.
JT.
Come to the right place, JT.
Excellent. Thanks for taking my call. Sure. I'm calling about on behalf of my girlfriend, actually. Okay. She's not much of a type that likes to go to doctors and such like that, but
understandable.
She has this eczema for the past year, aka atopic dermatitis. That's
Very
what I like
nice.
to call it.
I'm glad you said that.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. First of all, there's nothing that a dermatologist can do for atopic dermatitis except for give you a steroid cream, which will suppress inflammation and give you some symptomatic relief. To really address atopic dermatitis or eczema, you got to really break it down, deconstruct it. And that's really what you have to do with all health challenges, is deconstruct them, break them down. And that's not what doctors do. That's what we do. That's what we do here in this program, and that's what we do at Longevity. So what's eczema? We'll call it. Eczema is kind of a colloquial term. The real term, as you said, is atopic dermatitis. And in that word, in that nomenclature, in that name, you have exactly what's going on, and you actually have the cure or the treatment. Not a cure, a reversal. I hate the word cure, by the way. There's no cures. Cures are magic. This is reversal. So atopic dermatitis. You have two words. Atopic dermatitis. Let's take the first word. So let's take the second word, dermatitis. Derma means skin. Itis means inflammation. It's like a skin inflammation, okay? And we'll explain what that means here in a minute. But the real key is the atopic part. And we gloss over that all the time, and we go to the dermatologist, even though it's in the name atopic. What does atopic mean? Not topical. When you put A in front of a word, you negate it. So atopic means it's not topical. It's not a skin problem. It says it right in the name. You follow me? So to me, this is absurdity that we think of it as a skin condition when right in the name it tells us it's not. But we don't pay attention to words. We don't really do the deconstructing that we need to if we're going to really understand how these things show up and what we can do about them. So atopic, it's not a skin condition. Dermatitis means it's an inflamed skin. So what does that mean if it's not a skin condition but it's inflamed skin? It's an immune problem. And you can tell by the word itis or the suffix itis. Itis means inflammation. Inflammation means immunity. Immunity means defense. And this is really, really important because in a way, atopic dermatitis is a poster child for every single health challenge there is. When you think of atopic dermatitis, you just think, oh, it's just itchy skin. But really, it's almost like an icon for how disease shows up. We all hear the word inflammation. You've heard it a million times, right? When you talk, if you're in the health business, you talk about it 100 times a day. Inflammation. But what does that mean? Inflammation means defense. That's why I say it's immunity. So when you have an inflammatory reaction, you have a defensive reaction. And because all chronic health challenges, whether they're skin conditions or whether they're cardiovascular or cancer or whatever, they're all inflammatory, means they're all defensive, which means they're all a response to an offending agent. And this is a long-winded way of saying for your girlfriend, there's an offending agent that's getting into her system that's triggering a defensive response, i.e. an inflammatory response, which you can tell by the name itis or the suffix itis. Does all that make sense?
Yes, and that's,
okay.
and I'm familiar with most of that, but the thing that gets us is something's offending her system, but she's a good eater.
No, she's not a good eater. Stop. Don't never say that. And I'm not picking on you, by the way. I'm not picking on you.
Oh,
but
yeah.
People tell me all the time, oh, I break out every time I eat, but I eat really well. It's not like that. When we say we eat really well, what we mean is we eat really well according to the internet, according to Reddit, according to our doctor, according to our friends, according to the culture, none of which give us accurate information. You follow me? So how do you know you eat well? Well, I read it on the internet. I don't eat the bad foods. My doctor told me. No, the marker, the criteria for eating well is how your body responds. You follow me? It's not the internet. It's not your doctor. It's not your friends. It's not Reddit. It's how your body responds. So, first of all, we got to go by first principles. The first principle of chronic disease, which eczema or atopic dermatitis is that they're inflammatory. And you can tell in your case by itis. Inflammatory means a protective response, a defensive response, an immune response. A protective response, an immune response means there's an offending agent by definition. You don't have a defensive response without an offending agent, right? It's just logic. Mm-hmm. This isn't medicine. This isn't science. It's logic. So there has to be an offending agent. So when you say she eats well, you can't go by that. That's like saying there's smoke in my house, but there can't be a fire because I put fire retardant in the walls. Would you ever say that? No, there's smoke. There must be a fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's itis, inflammation, there's an offending agent, period. So when we say offending agent, we mean in the blood. Whenever we talk about something getting into the body, we're not talking about in the tissue, we're talking about in the blood. So there's an offending agent that's getting into her blood. Okay? Do you see how we're working backwards? We're deconstructing it, and we're getting into and that's how you want to do all of these things. You want to work backwards. Go upstream. The fruit, you can't solve a problem at the level of the fruit. You got to go to the root. So you work backwards. Something's getting into the blood. Now, I'm assuming she's not injecting because if you're injecting, that can be one way things get into the blood. But for most people, that's not the case.
Right.
What's the other way things get into the blood? Food. Always. It's not because I'm some kind of food guy. It's because that's the only way things get into the blood. I'm not a food guy. I'm not Mr. David Avocado Wolf, eat your organic veggies. I'm not like that. I'm just being logical. Things are getting into the bloodstream. So how do things get into the bloodstream? Through a leaky gut. Now, when things get into the bloodstream, there's several ways they can get into the bloodstream through a leaky gut. Number one, it could be food, and it usually is. And you want to do your girlfriend should be doing a food diary and seeing when she flares up. Flare-ups are your best friend because they'll give you real-time information. But there's other things that can get into the blood once the intestinal lining becomes inflamed. Food, in addition to food particles, bacterial particles can get into the blood. Remember, the intestine's got a lot of it shouldn't, but for a lot of us, the small intestine has a lot of bacteria and particles called LPSs, which stands for lipopolysaccharides. Those are little bacterial particles, these LPSs. Those can get into the blood. And those can also trigger an immune response. And then finally, there are chemicals, immune chemicals like histamine that can get into the blood. And those are involved with eczema. So you got to work on the intestine. And that's always, always going to be the case. And you do that. There's several ways you could do that. The most important way is to watch for foods that trigger a problem. But you can also use the Fucoid Z, which we talked about earlier, Gluco Gel Caps, collagen peptides, nightly essence, ultimate enzymes, ultimate microbiome. There's a ton of longevity products that you can use in addition to food elimination through the food diary or using your food diary. And then there's one other little sneaky place where intestinal health will impact chronic disease or have an effect on chronic disease. And this is really important, and it's very underappreciated. When the intestine becomes inflamed, which is what happens when you have leaky gut, not only do you have the problem with toxicity getting into the bloodstream, but now you're going to suffer from malabsorption because an inflamed intestine doesn't absorb nutrients, particularly fatty nutrients. So in addition to supporting the intestine, avoiding problem foods and supporting intestinal health, you have to start using nutritional supplements, particularly the fats and the essential fatty acids and fatty vitamins and fatty minerals. And by that, I'm talking zinc and selenium, which are two minerals that seem to be handled by the fatty system of the body, and they play a major role in skin health. So I'd be using zinc picolinate, 50 milligrams a day, your ultimate selenium, probably 400 to 600 micrograms a day, and then, of course, all the fats, particularly the ultimate EFAs, which are almost like a treatment for dermatitis via this whole inflammation effect that we talked about earlier, how fats control the inflammatory process.
Hold it right there, Ben. We got a break.
One last thing. B vitamins. Don't forget your B vitamins.
The Mineral Way.
Your body is designed to take care of you. It knows how to heal, repair, and recover. But if it doesn't have the raw materials it needs, it can't do those jobs as well. And that's why Beyond Tangy Tangerine was created, to gently supply your body with what it's missing. Now, this balanced blend of essential minerals and vitamins provides the building blocks your body uses every single day. With the right support, your immune system stays strong, your energy remains steady, your joints and muscles recover more easily, and your mind stays clear and focused. You don't need to force anything. Just give your body what it needs, and it'll do the rest. Beyond Tangy Tangerine makes it easy. Scoop, mix, drink, and notice the difference. Order today at themineralway.com. That's themineralway.com. It's simple, secure, and the only trusted source. Themineralway.com. Oh, the news lately, it's exhausting. People in many communities are struggling. Prices are high and wages are low. Add in some really tough weather disasters and you've got a country on edge. And if you do a brief scroll on social media, well, that can really add fuel to the fire. There are some crazy opinions and posts out there, and it can be just awful to read them. So, how can you stay sane but also stay informed? And most importantly, how can you stay polite and civil? Remember that things online are not always true. Remember that social media is a poor substitute for real dialogue with a friend. And remember that your words have impact. If you want to change something, don't be the angry, aggravated voice. Use better words. Be the voice of logic and reason. Be civil. This message is brought to you by Live Oak Broadcasting, KSCO, and your local business community.
All right, Ben, that's the final break of the evening. Holy cow.
That was a lot of breaks.
Jeez, man, what are we doing here?
I hope these radio stations appreciate this.
I hope they do, Ben, but they probably don't. Well, whatever.
All right, so last thing I want is our...
He's hung up.
He's hung up,
Yeah,
okay. So topically, you can use topical A&D ointment. You can buy A&D ointment, or if you want to go the steroid route, you can get hydrocortisone. The stuff they give you at the dermatologist, if you go to a dermatologist, you'll get Lidex or something like that, triamcinolone. Those are just fancy versions of hydrocortisone, and they'll suppress the swelling, suppress the inflammation a little bit, and relieve the itching if you're absolutely miserable, and it can be miserable. But you really, really, really want to backtrack this thing to toxicity in the blood, i.e. digestive health.
All right, Ben.
Because really then, you know what, Dave? Then you'll not only get rid of your eczema, but you'll add years to your life. Reduce the likelihood of some other chronic degenerative disease further on down the road. And it's no accident that asthma and eczema go hand in hand. And a lot of folks who have one of those conditions have the other as well. They're both inflammatory conditions.
Ben, what is more unbelievable to you? A, along with longevity, selling longevity products have helped countless people find better health. Or B, I saw a woolly mammoth on a hike near the university. Which sounds more unbelievable to you? Unbelievable to you.
The woolly mammoth. I want to hear about this woolly mammoth thing.
Right.
Who did you see?
No, it's not who did I see, Ben. It's what.
You did not see a woolly mammoth.
Well, I mean, obviously it could not have been, right? Because woolly mammoths have been...
So what was it?
I don't know, Ben. I'm going to go back out there and see if I can find it.
Was it elephantine?
It was elephantine, yes.
It was elephantine and hairy?
Yes.
And it wasn't like a homeless person or anything.
No.
I'm not down on homeless people.
I know that some of them.
And by the way, they're unhoused.
They're unhoused. Yes, Ben. Come on.
The unhoused.
Right.
Yes. What do you think of all that? I never did ask you your pronouns.
Well, I go by he, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They.
And
they, it.
He, him. I saw in the news that the Olympics are going to disallow transgender men to compete in women's sports, Ben.
That doesn't seem very right.
Saying that even after the sex change, the physical benefits of being a male for that whole, span of your life is an unfair advantage.
That stuff's crazy. Come on. Isn't that craziness?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
I don't even know. Is that like some kind of joke somebody's playing on us?
It's real, though, Ben.
You have to say birthing person instead of mother?
I know. It's real. You and I know, right? Because, we have to dance more carefully around some of these things. So we see it. But, yeah, that's ridiculous, Ben.
It's like ridiculousness. It's like, do you ever hear this thing in philosophy called reductio ad absurdum?
No.
So when you take something and make it, if you're trying to prove a point, you go to the most extreme example, the most absurd example.
Okay.
And that's what that is. This whole idea of like birthing person. Come on, pronouns. I don't know. I guess I'm getting old.
No, I think I'm with you on this one, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I have a live and let live attitude. You can do whatever they want, but that's a little much.
Well, I think at some point it's a denial of reality, and that's not a healthy thing mentally. That's just not healthy.
Exactly. Gender is a thing, man. You're born a certain way. No? Maybe am I wading into areas that we shouldn't be talking about?
Well, you are a pharmacist, Ben, so you have your opinion.
From a pharmacy perspective, you either got something hanging in there between your legs or you don't.
Right.
something dangling in there or not. It's basically what it is.
All right. Well, Ben, I want to remind people to check out The Mineral Way. That's the name of our podcast. You can check out more at themineralway.com. You can check out some of our shows. Yeah. We'll have some premium stuff to offer as well.
If you're a longevity rep, share the shows because we talk about products. We're proponents of the products, and if you have questions, if your potential customers have questions, turn them on to our show.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we do this, Ben. We answer questions so that you can learn and pass on the information.
Absolutely. It's not just for it's for everybody really, but longevity reps. If you're a longevity rep out there, really take advantage of what we are bringing to the table. Take advantage of us.
You'd be crazy not to.
Yes, agreed.
Right.
Anything else? Any questions? We only got a couple minutes here.
No, Ben, that's just about all the time we have. So we're going to wrap it up here. So let me thank you for
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well, Ben. I hope you have a great new year. I hope we do a lot more shows together and have a lot more fun together.
I'm thinking 2026 is going to be a really, really good year.
You think so?
I have a good feeling about it.
Me too, Ben.
Good deal.
Why? Right. Why do we feel that way?
Because it can't get any worse. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It can always get worse.
Right.
Don't ever say. Ever say what else can go wrong. Right. Never say that.
Never say that. All right, Ben, let me thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week, yes?
Okay. Take care, Dave. Next week. Bye.
That was pharmacist Ben Fuchs. He joins us live every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you have any health questions, why don't you write them down and call us Mondays at 5 from 5 to 6 p.m. If you're listening to this at some other time, then it's most likely a replay or something from the podcast, which you can catch at themineralway.com. So with that out of the way, I want to thank you for joining us here. This is the last show of the year. We will see you, I guess, next year. Holy mackerel. Yeah, we'll see you next year. You're listening to The Mineral Way, themineralway.com, 479-1080, 218-5726. Questions at themineralway.com.
This is Reg.
Hey, I'm Reg.
Reg can be a little difficult to be around.
Hey, whoa. What do you mean by that?
Because when you casually share an opinion with Reg gets angry.
How dare you say that to me?
So when you're out to lunch with Reg and you say something like, "This salmon is so good. I just love how they use cilantro." Reg says,
"Oh, you disgusting idiot. You salon chumps are exactly what's wrong with this country. As far as I'm concerned, cilantro should be illegal, and you should be in prison. Plus, salmon stinks. You should just throw it in the garbage. This is cod country."
There are Regs on both sides of any conversation, especially when it comes to politics. But the truth is, we're really not that different from each other. Be kind, hear each other out, and try not to be too much of a Reg. Our community will be better for it. This message is brought to you by this radio station and the spirit of local businesses.